Well, Dan, it's been a pretty chaotic week, man. So, granted, we still got fights to go, but based on where we were on Sunday to where we are now, how are you feeling about how things played out this week?
I'm good, man. This thing's worked out great. Not the ideal situation to move, last minute from Vegas to LA, but we did it. We did it. We sold this venue out the day after Christmas, and I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Was there any moment along the way where we thought maybe we made the wrong call on this? Maybe we made a mistake?
I don't ever. When I pull the trigger, man, we roll. I don't ever go, we made the wrong decision. That's it. I don't listen to criticism. Other people's opinions means nothing to me. I make decisions and we roll. That's it.
Nice. Can you tell us ticket sales, how we're looking for the gate tomorrow night? We've heard some conflicting reports out there, but how
heard one conflicting report. One conflicting report from one idiot who obviously doesn't do his homework. This thing is sold out. Sold out tomorrow night. This place is going to be rocking, and it's like I love, like when we go into a venue and we break records and we do all this stuff, I love that kind of stuff. So to be able to pull this off and sell this place out the day after Christmas is pretty awesome.
Give us an idea what John has been like behind the scenes this week, because this is a big moment for him, and I got to think, man, he's being pulled in a million different directions with all these tests and obviously interviews and all this. He's apologizing to fighters, he's apologizing to everybody.
Here's the thing, John Jones doesn't need to apologize to anybody. He didn't do anything wrong. This is just the way that this thing went down. This thing's been spun so much that it seems like John Jones did something wrong. We rented a 737 and flew all the fighters over here from Vegas. It's a 40-minute flight. I mean, how put out are people? Not very put out. We even tried to accommodate their families and their friends and things like that. The fans, we had over 3,000 fans that were coming in from out of town make the switch to LA, and they got cheaper tickets. And they got first crack at good tickets. So there's some people, when you make a decision like this and you make a move like this, it's not ideal for everybody, but you can never make everybody happy no matter what you do.
Are you worried at all?
I heard some of the fighters saying, stop talking to us about this. We're good. We're in LA. We're fighting. This is it. We're in a hotel, and then we're going to come out and fight. And the arena's sold out. Making this move, I didn't know. I thought we might do a $300,000-$400,000 gate right after Christmas. We killed it. This thing's sold out. We're going to put on a great show tomorrow, and the fight's going to be awesome.
Are you worried at all about John inside the cage, though? Just, with all the distractions and maybe what it might have been?
John Jones, I just read this stat. John Jones has fought every year in the UFC at least once. Every year. This guy's had like 19 fights in the UFC. He's good.
Nice. How about Alexander Gustafsson? He could have backed out, right? Where do you think his head's at, and what's it been like working with him this week? Because he's obviously a little frustrated.
He obviously could have backed out, but why would you back out? There is no advantage here. There's no chemical advantage in the fight. Why would you back out? You trained for it. You got ready for this fight, mentally, physically, emotionally ready. Why would you back out? It makes no sense.
The whole drug testing system has kind of been on, I guess, examination this week in discussion.
It always will be.
Yeah.
It will be forever. Listen, trying to create a clean sport isn't always easy and fun and smooth. It's rough and it's tough, but this is what we pay these guys for. They're the experts. They come in and tell us when somebody's clean or not clean. Why would they give John Jones, a guy who's had so many problems in the past, a pass if it wasn't true? It's true. And California is very up to date. They drug tested him too this week. So it's just, listen, this business is like a hairdresser. It's like a hair salon. There's just nothing but drama all the time. But it's part of the fun of this sport too. It is what it is.
Have you ever thought about just scrapping USADA and saying, you know what, man, this is a pain in our ass. It's not worth it.
No way in hell. We're too deep. We've been doing this for too long. We have absolutely positively cleaned up the sport. When people cheat, they get caught. It's the right thing to do.
Last thing I want to ask you about the co-main event. Obviously, I know you're excited about it. It's a huge fight. People are talking about, does it impact the future of the women's featherweight division? I hear a lot of people saying if Amanda wins, is there really a featherweight division anymore?
Who knows what Amanda's going to do when she wins?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how this thing plays out. These are all things I worry about after the fight. All I care about, we got two of the baddest women, both world champions in their prime, facing off on Saturday night. Who gives a shit what happens after? We'll figure it out.
Wrapping up an era, right? You got a new contract, a new year starting. What's your emotion you're feeling right now, like as you're about to start this kind of new journey with the UFC?
I'm in a good place, I went this morning to Fox and did some PR there and told everybody how awesome they've been to us, what an incredible relationship we've had with them. And they've done a lot of good things for us, the sport, the fighters, and now it's time to move on to ESPN, which doesn't suck. It's a great thing too. You know, these guys are the leader in sports. The things that they're working on for the athletes and for the brand over the next 5 years are next level. It's all good stuff.
I did forget one thing. What about your man DC giving up the title? What'd you make of that?
Yeah, you know, I expect Cormier to be all fired up and on a rampage. He hates this guy. But at the end of the day, he wasn't being stripped of the title. He was vacating the title. It would never go down in history that he was stripped. I'm going to get stripped and I didn't do anything wrong. I told DC a long time ago, if you're my champion for the rest of my career, I'm good with that. You know, he's one of the greatest athletes I've ever worked with. Such a good guy. He's being a little dramatic right now. He's being a little dramatic because of his hatred for Jon Jones. And he would have never been stripped. He's vacated.